Alright, so here is another example of decimal division, and I'm going to show you a great 5-step approach that will get you the right answer every time. Okay, so here we go. The first thing we do is we try to figure out how many bounces we need. So here we have the original, okay, the original question. And then we're going to have to multiply it by something dependent on how many bounces we need. Now here we need 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces at least. And up here we only need 2 bounces at least. If I was to just redraw this a little bit so that it was aligned, we would see 0, 3, 0, 0. Those are the new zeros. So I could write it like this with my decimals aligned, and then it would appear easily that both of them would need 4 bounces. So maybe aligning the decimals is a good way to start. If I have to if I have to move the decimal 4 spots, I have to not multiply by 10, not 100, not 1,000, but 10,000. 10,000. And I got to do that to top and bottom, because the top and bottom number has to be the same. Okay, so there's my multiplication. Okay, so this is the first thing, you write your original. The second thing, you show your multiplication. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, that'll account for 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are the same top and bottom, because top and bottom being the same equals 1. And then the next thing is we show the bounce. We have to show the bounce. Okay, now how we start this, it's easy. You just rewrite what you originally had. We originally had a 0, a 0, a 3, a 0, and a 0. And on the bottom we had a 0, 0, 1, 8. Remember, the decimal used to be there. I could put a 0 there too if I wanted to. So I'm going to show 4 bounces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, arrow tip dot. 1, 2, 3, and 4, arrow tip dot. Your arrow tips are necessary because that tells your instructor that you know where you're going. So now we've shown our original, we've shown our multiplication thing, we've shown our bounces, and now we're going to clean it up. So our clean version will go up here. 00300 is the same as saying 300. 00018 dot is the same as saying 18. So really, we just have to deal with 300 divided by 18. And then after you're there, here's your 5th step. You simplify. 300 divided by 18. Now what I try to tell my students to do first is to use factor trees unless they know of a shortcut. Okay, so this here is 3 times 100. This here is 3 times 6. So I know that I could call this 3 times 100 and 3 times 6. So right off the bat, I can cancel, these guys are gone. And now I'm at 106. And now I can cut these in half. 100 cut in half is made 50. 6 cut in half is 3. So at least I have an easier thing to deal with. And now I can put it into division. Remember, the top number goes under the house. There it is. So what does that look like? 3 goes into 5 once. That's 3, 2, 0. That's 6. That's 18. Instead of saying 16 and 2 over 3, what I'm going to do now is put my 4 zeros down there. Maybe we'll need to use them, maybe we won't. Bring a 0 down, 3 goes into 20 6 times. And I already see that I have some kind of like repeating pattern going on here. It's just going to be more and more 6s. Okay, so first of all, let's get that decimal where it's supposed to be. So our answer for this in fraction would be 16 and 2 out of 3. But we also see that's the same as 16.6666 forever and ever and ever. So we can also say that 16.6, but we can't just leave it like a 6. We're going to make a special way to indicate that it's a repeating 6. And what we do is we put a little bar over top of that 6. We put a bar only top over the 6. We don't put it over there because now it's over the decimal. Only over the 6. And that would be your answer. And how this reads is 16.6 bar. That's how you read that guy. So you could do it like that, or if your teacher wanted it to be in fraction form, you could leave it like that. And wherever you put your answer, use arrows to point to your answer so your teacher knows where to look on this crazy page, right? Usually a good box around your answer would be good enough, something like that, okay? Hope that helps, and we'll see you guys online soon.